Hey guys, this week we're going to do something a little different, which is kind of not really that different because we're always doing something a little different. But we're going to start with this chicken breast here. I've got a free-range chicken breast that I'm just going to salt both sides of it, and then just let that sit for about 10 minutes. Let the salt kind of absorb into the meat. And now, as you can see, I also have a fresh coconut. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this coconut and then use the coconut water inside to poach the chicken breast. Just going to put this on the stove, bring it to a simmer, and we'll then throw our chicken breast in about 10 minutes. Okay, so our coconut water has just come to a simmer. We're just going to place the chicken breast in the coconut water and let it poach. We're not going to worry about the fact that it's not fully covered. I'll flip it over in a couple of minutes, and we want to cook it just till it's like still a little pink in the middle. Okay, so the next step is our salsa. So we're just going to cut up some of this red onion. We're going to dice it quite finely here. Then we have a little bit of red capsicum. One red chili. I'm going to keep the seeds in, give it a little extra zip. Out of the way, I'll chop up the coriander now. Stems and all, because stems have lots of good flavor through them. What I have here is a green papaya. And you can see it's quite sappy when they're green. See this liquid rising to the surface. As you can see, in the green papaya, we've got the unformed. We've got these seeds that have just started to form, and we're actually going to leave those in there because they've got kind of a nice radishy flavor. And then we have the pineapple. Okay, so we're going to dice this up. Start off with one bit of lime, some fresh lime, and just use a little extra zip to it. These limes are particularly dry, so I'll need a few. Mix it all up. So we've got the red onion, a bit of red capsicum, some fresh coriander, green papaya, bit of lime juice, pepper, and pineapple. Okay, now back to our chicken. What I want to do here is cook the chicken, and I'm just going to let that cool down so we can cook it. And it's going to be cooked just about 90% through. And by the time it cools down, it'll be just cooked. We don't want to cook it too much or it'll dry out. Now, I'm going to throw the heat back on into this. I'm going to let this reduce a little bit, and this is because this liquid's going to be, pretty tasty, and it's going to go into our sauce. Okay, now to the chicken. To cut the chicken properly, we don't want it to be the meat to be stringy, and you can see how we have the grain lines here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a few cuts along those grain lines because we need pizza-sized pieces. And you can see it's still just a little bit pink on the inside, and that's exactly what we want so that the chicken doesn't dry out too much when we cook it on the pizza. In fact, if you have chicken breast on a pizza that isn't dry, chances are it's one of those ready-cooked chicken products that are already they're actually injected with different fats so they don't dry out. That are often used on pizza topping. So now our slices are going across the grain. Just do nice thin slices. Okay, you can see I've evaporated most of the water away here. You can see the bubbles are getting a bit bigger, and as it's reducing, it's getting a little thicker. Now I want to add a bit of coconut cream here to it just to give it a little extra boost, but I got to be careful with that because if I just pour the coconut cream into here, it'll split. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the temperature off. I'm going to add some tomato to it. And this effectively is like this tomato sauce just came out of the fridge, so it's cooling everything down. Now, when I add the cream, it can blend in without having to worry about it splitting. And here is the sauce for our pizza. Okay, now for the assembly. First, we're going to get our sauce. And now we're going to put the chicken on. Now we normally put the cheese on first to act as a glue, but in this case, we want to have the cheese melt on top and create a bit of a moisture barrier to help keep the chicken from drying out too much. So there, and we'll put it in the oven. Okay, now we're out of the oven, and just to finish it off, just going to put some of our pineapple salsa. We cut our pizzas into 8, so we'll have 8 little piles of the salsa.